Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Yulia Putintseva is one of the most intense players on the tour. So today we're gonna explore her incredible journey from her early days in Moscow to her rise in the WTA rankings, and we'll delve into the fiery personality that makes her stand out both on and off the court. Make sure to like and subscribe if you're new here, especially if you love player biographies like this one. We've got some incredible stories lined up. With 3 singles titles on the WTA circuit, Yulia Putintseva is one of the most intense and temperamental players on tour. Born in Moscow, Russia on January 7, 1995, Yulia quickly stood out in the tennis world due to her impressive skill and, of course, her explosive personality both on and off the court. From a very young age, it was clear that she wasn't just another player on the circuit, but a fierce competitor full of passion and determination that few can match. Yulia Putintseva started playing tennis at the age of 6, encouraged by her father, Anton Putintseva, who was a big sports lover. From early on, she already displayed a strong and fearless personality, something that would later become her trademark in the professional circuit. Growing up in a family dedicated to sports, Yulia quickly fell in love with the game, and her parents heavily invested in her development. At 14, she moved to France to train at the renowned Patrick Mortologo Academy, one of the greatest tennis coaches worldwide. This move was decisive for her career. It was there that she refined her aggressive playing style and learned how to channel her energy and emotion to become a relentless competitor. By 2009, Yulia was already one of the world's top junior players, reaching the Wimbledon junior semifinals. At 16, Putintseva turned professional and quickly made her mark. Her grit combined with her talent helped her climb the rankings swiftly. But more than her racket skills, what captured everyone's attention was her explosive personality and the way she expressed her emotions on the court. Yulia isn't afraid to show what she's feeling, and this earned her a legion of fans, as well as some critics. Yulia Putintsev's first major achievement came in 2016 when she reached the quarterfinals of the French Open, a feat she repeated in 2018. The clay of Paris seems to suit her playing style perfectly, which is based on a lot of consistency from the baseline and the ability to turn defense into offense. But it was her on-court attitude, often fiery, that stole the spotlight. Her screams, anger, and emotional outbursts went viral, putting her on the radar of many fans who love seeing a player give everything in every point. Yulia had a solid technique and is an excellent returner, something that allows her to succeed against more aggressive players. She also has a remarkable ability to adapt to her opponent's style, fighting in long, grueling rallies, which makes her especially dangerous in tight matches. However, beyond her technique, what truly stands out is her competitive mindset, which often manifests emotionally. This combination of technical talent and fierce personality is what defines Putintseva. Among her most notable players are her incredible footwork and her ability to return almost every ball, frustrating many opponents. One of the moments that highlighted her was an epic battle against Naomi Osaka at the Birmingham tournament in 2019, where she defeated the then world #1 with a spectacular display of pure grit. The victory against Osaka was a clear example of her ability to play under pressure, showing that when Putintseva is at her best, she can beat anyone. Even in her most recent matches, Yulia continues to impress. In 2024, she reached the 3rd round of the US Open, defeating opponents and showing that even after several years on tour, her hunger for victories hasn't diminished. She remains one of the toughest and most complicated players to face, always ready to fight until the last point. However, Yulia Putintsev's career hasn't been without its lows. Her explosive personality, which drives her passion for the game, has also brought some challenges. On several occasions, Yulia has been criticized for her on-court behavior, whether it's smashing rackets or heated arguments with referees and opponents. These outbursts have often cost her clearly in crucial moments. In interviews, Putintseva has admitted that her temper is a double-edged sword. On the one hand, her intensity is what pushes her to do her best, but on the other, it has caused her to lose control in decisive moments, leading to bitter defeats. In 2021, for instance, Yulia was eliminated from an important tournament after an emotional breakdown in a match she was comfortably leading. In addition to her emotional battles, Yulia has also to deal with physical challenges. Professional tennis is an extremely demanding sport, and as a player who relies heavily on agility and endurance, Putintseva has suffered from injuries over the years. Despite these difficulties, she has always come back stronger, showing her incredible resilience. Despite all the challenges, Putintseva remains a fierce and determined competitor. She has not only learned to better manage her emotions, but also becomes a more mature and controlled player without losing her competitive edge. In 2024, she demonstrated this evolution in several tournaments, maintaining her intensity, but with a more strategic approach. Yulia has mentioned in various interviews that over the years, she's learned to use her anger more constructively, channeling it to focus even more on the game rather than getting distracted. This has been a crucial change in her approach and is something that has kept her relevant on the circuit. The ability to adapt both physically and mentally is what has endured her continued presence among the best players in the world. She may not have an overwhelming number of titles to her name, but her consistency in staying among the top players and her commanding presence on the court make her a unique figure in tennis. Yulia Putintseva is much more than just a skilled tennis player. She is a force of nature, someone who lives the sport with a passion that few can match. Her temper, often seen as a weakness, is also what makes her so dangerous. It doesn't matter if she's playing against a top opponent or a newcomer. Putintseva always gives her all and makes every match a battle. Her career is still in full swing, and there are high expectations for the future. Will we see Yulia lifting more major trophies in the coming years? If there's one thing we can guarantee, it's that she will continue to play with all her heart, and her inner fire will never burn out. Hey, if you want more videos like this, make sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.